Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to name esters. Now, how do we identify esters? Esters are organic compounds with the functional group ROCOOR'. The arrow there represents a carbon chain. The arrow prime is attached to the single bond oxygen, while the other R on the left is attached to the carbonyl group. Esters are formed by the combination of carboxylic acid and alcohol. Okay, so we would have C double bond O to oxygen and to another. So let's say this is our R prime and this is the R. Whenever you see this type of a structure, or it could also be in this format, okay, you see COOC, whatever the number of carbon is, that is an ester. So that's how you identify an ester. It's either is in a structural form like this one as well. Okay, so remember this just means a carbon chain. So once you have a compound like that, you know you're dealing with an ester. What are the rules we follow when naming esters? Number one rule is to split the esters into two parts. So we have, from what I showed you earlier, you have the O and the R prime, okay? Like I said before, the esters are formed by the combination of carboxylic acid and alcohol. So this part of the ester comes from the carboxylic acid, and this side comes from the alcohol. So when we name this arrow group that is attached to the alcohol side. We name this first, okay? And then the second part of your naming will then be from this side to the left. So it is important we understand the two parts of an ester when naming. Now, secondly, you find the longest chain that includes the carbonyl carbon. So the longest chain starts from this carbon to the left. So you go from this carbon to the left. That is your longest chain. For esters, the carbonyl carbon will be your carbon 1. This has to be carbon 1. Identify and name substituents. If you have any substituent on this main chain, identify and name them. Now, list substituents in alphabetical order with appropriate positions. And then when you name the parent chain, which is this part, remember I said that this part, you're going to name it first. So we use alkyl groups when naming those. And then at the end, replace the E at the end of the alkane name with OATE, OATE. That is the suffix for esters. The name is going to look like this. The alkyl group from the R, this arrow, plus the alkanoids, that is from this acid side, the carboxylic acid side. And that is how you end up naming esters. So let's look at examples. So example 1, we are asked to name this compound. First thing is you identify what type of functional group you're dealing with, and this is an ester. Ester because it has a double bond O attached to O, which is attached to a carbon. This is our arrow group we're talking about, while this is the arrow prime, okay? So once you have identified that this is an ester, first, you count the number of carbons you have on this side. You're going to name this first. So we have 1, 2. 2-carbon alkyl group is known as ethyl. Now, eth is the prefix for 2 carbons, and YL, alkyl group, that is the suffix. So that would be ethyl. And then we go on this side and count the carbons. So we have 1, 2, 3, and then 4. The longest continuous carbon chain would be 4, and the prefix for 4 is but. Okay? So now we combine the name. First thing is you name these parts. So ethyl, then butane, okay? Butane. Now remember we say we remove this E and we change it to OH. OH. So the name of this compound will be ethyl butanoate. Now we move on to this next one. At this point, you can pause and try it yourself, and then you can continue watching to see what the correct answer is. Now, this is a line structure where the carbons and the hydrogens are usually not shown. So we know that the carbons are the ends and the corners. Now we're going to start by naming this part, first of all. This is carbon 1, 2, and 3. So we have propyl. Prop represents 3 carbons, and then YL for alkyl group. Then we come to this side. We'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The longest continuous carbon chain on the main chain is 7. Now that means that this is a branch, and Cl as a branch is known as chloro. This also is a branch of 1, 2 carbons. So ethyl. Now we would combine them. So start with the propyl, this one, okay? So you have propyl. Now back to this one, put a hyphen. In alphabetical order now, we have ethyl first, and that is connected to carbon 4. You see this carbon here? So that will be 4 ethyl, then carbon 5, 5 chloro. So the prefix for the longest chain, which is 7, is hept. So we're going to say heptane, but without the E. That E is what we replace with OH. So the name of this compound is propyl 4-ethyl 5-chloroheptanoate. Next, we have this one. Again, you can pause, try it yourself before you continue. So we're going to start with this side. When you have this shape attached to, of course, something like it is here, we call that isopropyl. So this is an isopropyl. Now on this other side, we count. So you have, this is actually 1, 2, 3. But when the connecting carbon is the carbon 2, so it gives you like that upside down Y shape, we call it isopropyl. Now, if you start numbering, so for this one, we will number from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. If you go 4, 5, 6 is also the same thing. So it doesn't matter. We can just go with the long chain. So this carbon, this is 1 carbon. So 1 carbon is methyl. And then on this side, you have 1, 2, that's ethyl. Those are your branches or your substituents. Now we combine. We start with this side. Remember, when you name an ester, you start from the arrow group attached to the single oxygen. So that will be isopropyl. Then back to these other branches, put a hyphen. You arrange them alphabetically this time. So this is E. That will be 4 ethyl, 3 methyl, and then we have 6 as the longest continuous chain. That will be hexane without the E, and then you replace that E with OH, and that is it. So the name will be isopropyl 4-ethyl 3-methyl hexanoate. So I hope you found this helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet, and share to your friends who might find this helpful as well, and see you in my next video.